Let's go to Tallahassee, Florida to start it off with our phone calls today. Sarah is there. Sarah, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, how are you doing this afternoon?
Sarah, I am living the dream. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right, thank you.
Good.
Okay. My situation is
Hold on.
that,
Sarah, you get that. Keep that phone close to your mouth. You just went to outer space, and I think you started to come back. There we go.
Okay, there we go. So my situation is I hate my job. And like I have a boss that likes to verbally abuse me. She'll be like, and I am working towards getting into a new, completely what I really want to do. And the problem is I'm taking night classes, and it takes twice as long with the night classes than it is with day classes to get my certifications to where I want to be.
Okay.
A friend of mine offered me a decent amount of money to quit my job, to tide me over until I get all my certifications, to, keep my bills steady. My thing is that's what I'm worried about. I have bills, got to pay.
Yeah.
I have a substantial amount of debt, and I'm doing the Dave Ramsey thing in order to slowly pay them off.
Good.
Actually, that's how I found out about you.
Great.
And my question would be, should I just suck it up and continue into the job that I hate until I get all the certifications to quit and get my new job, even though it's going to take me like twice as longer to get all my certifications? Or do I trust my friend that they're going to give me this substantial amount? It's going to be around $5,000. Do I quit my job, take that money, and then get my certifications?
Suck it up.
What would you do?
Suck it up. Yeah, welcome to being a big girl. You got to wear your big girl pants. It's big girl pants time. I don't like the idea of taking $5,000 from a friend. That could ruin that friendship. At worst, at best, it's going to create tension. I appreciate the heart of that person, and I don't think it's that necessary. First of all, $5,000 is not that much money, but I still think it's a bad idea. How much longer is it going to take you if you stay in your current situation, which I'm going to address your current job in a moment. But if you just keep doing night classes, how much longer is it going to take than if you were to go day?
About a year.
Okay. And how long would it take you if you took the $5,000? Well, see, no, I don't even like this. I'm not going to go down there because what you told me is that the $5,000 will help, but you'll still need to work. You'll still need to pay the bills, right?
Well, it would pay the most important bills. Like, I have an automatic bill coming out from a bank to help me get my life back on track. And it would take care of those to make sure that
Right, but you'd have other bills, so you're going to need to work anyway. No,
not really. I don't have rent because I live on my family's farm, and
okay.
Let me ask you this: tiny house.
If you got this money that tided you over, how much quicker would you get the certification done?
Half the time.
6 months
max.
How quickly would you pay the friend back?
That's the thing. They don't want to have me pay them back. They're like, here's a gift. They're well off, and they were just like, here's a gift. If you want, we'll give you this money so you can get this.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Is this friend your age or much older?
A little older. Family friend.
Ah.
Well, they overheard me complaining to my mom about a situation that happened, and that, like, my boss almost had me end up in tears just because she was in a bad mood and I called at the wrong time. So it's just I've been kind of like, I don't know.
Let me ask you this. I'm going to revisit this here. I don't mind wrestling with these things. The friend is a friend of your parents.
Correct.
And they're very wealthy.
Yes.
Tell me, to the best of your ability, what they said to you about this. I just want to hear this thing all the way through. What did they say?
They pretty much said, we don't want you to be in that situation to where because I made an off comment about driving into a tree one day so I didn't have to go to work. and they overheard that, and they said, we don't want you to ever think that you are in a situation where it's horrible. If we gave you this money as a gift so you can go to the day classes, would that help?
And you said?
I said, let me think about it.
So you haven't gotten back to him?
No, I wasn't.
What's your mom
wasn't
think?
Sure. I was like, this.
What's your mom think?
My mom's on the fence about it too. She's like, because she's also worried that, that $5,000 won't be enough.
I don't think it is, by the way. That's my big. Yeah. So let me just tell you, your mom's right, and that's my big problem with this. $5,000 isn't going to take care of all your needs, even if you're living on the family farm. It's just not. And even though it's a gift, I think it's a wonderful, wonderful offer. And that's why I wanted to sit through it a little bit longer here because, people have given money to Stacey and I early on in life. As total gifts. And I tried to resist it. And they were like, this is a blessing for us to do. We want to do this. No strings attached. But I had the maturity and the wherewithal to really push back on it and say, I don't want to feel like I owe you money. And then when they engage in that. So there are times where people want to bless us in life. And the fact that it's an older person, it's a friend, they're very wealthy, it does feel like a gift to me. And so I'm not, there are times where I learned this lesson early on. My dad told me this. He said, when somebody truly wants to bless you, don't rob them of the blessing. And so I do think that's why I'm going, but I just don't think 5,000 is enough. And I think that the bigger issue is that you need to do this. I don't think 5,000 is enough. So then it's just it's just enabling you to not step through this challenge. Because I think that what I would tell you to do if you were my little sister, I'm going to act like your big brother here, is you need to get out of that job. You need to tell that boss to pound sand and stop telling people that you would rather drive into a tree than go to work. That's too much victim. And I understand you've been mistreated, and I believe you, but you are a grown woman, and you need to go, I'm not going to let anybody treat me that way. This is America, and I'm going to go somewhere else and work. So I think you need to leave, and after you get something else, and then I want you to work your way through this. And then maybe you do a nighttime job so that you can do day classes and still make money. So that's my challenge to you. If the day classes will allow you to speed this up to 6 months, then move to day classes and work your fanny off at night and fund your way through this. You don't need a ton of money living on the farm anyway. And so that's what I would rather you do and not take the gift.
Okay.
You know why? It's going to mean so much more when you get there. Way more. All right. Now listen, I'm proud of you and I'm not being tough. I just want you to know, I don't think the $5,000 is enough. So therefore it's a partial gift. And I think it puts you in a situation where you just can kind of, well, I'm just going to go and I'm going to kind of get through here and try to do it. No, you got this. I think you need to try to do it in 6 months, day classes and work at night, get there faster. And I think you're going to be so much better for it. I think you'll be tougher. And I think you're going to appreciate the journey so much more. That's my take. But I do want to circle back very quickly to the rest of the audience here. At first, I was like, don't take the gift because that could create all kinds of tension, and it could. But knowing what I know about the situation, a little bit more detail, if it's an older person, they're very wealthy, and they're just like, look, we just want to bless you, I'm okay with those things. But after you push and push and push and go, look, I'm so blessed and thankful for the offer, but I'm reluctant to take your gift because I don't want in any way to create tension between us, and I would really like to pay you back. No. We don't want it back. It's truly a gift. It would really make us feel great if we could give you this. Okay, now it's okay. That's how I would approach that. So I just want to tie a bow on that deal.